Colson Smith bids farewell to Coronation Street as Craig Tinker meets a tragic end. Coronation Street fans were left in shock last week as the long-running character Craig Tinker met a brutal and emotional end in one of the soap's most gripping storylines in recent memory. The departure of actor Colson Smith, who has portrayed Craig since 2011, marks the end of a significant era on the cobbles. As Craig took his final breath, fans flooded social media with tributes, praise, and memories of the beloved character who evolved from a comedic youngster to a devoted police officer over more than a decade. Colson Smith's exit was confirmed earlier this year, but few were prepared for the devastating twist that would conclude his storyline. In a climactic confrontation, Craig was fatally attacked by new villain Mick Michaelis, played by Joe Layton, marking one of the show's darkest moments in recent years. The brutal nature of Craig's death, coupled with his character's deep connections to Weatherfield's core families, made the scenes especially heartbreaking for fans. A bittersweet goodbye from Colson Smith. Following the broadcast of Craig's final scenes, Smith took to Instagram to express his gratitude to fans and share some exciting personal news. Posting a photo of himself standing next to a giant BBC logo, he wrote, "Thank you so much for all the love this week. I really appreciate it. Some of you have been asking, what's next for me? There's a few exciting things going off. But one thing I can tell you for now, is that I'm joining the team at BBC Radio Leeds this summer. Catch y'all on the wireless in Yorkshire." Smith's announcement was met with warm responses from both fans and his former co-stars. Lucy Fallon, who played Craig's close friend and on-screen love interest Bethany Platt, commented, "Big Bad Colson, BBC, X." While Andy Wymant, Kirk Sutherland, added simply, "Love it mate." Why Colson Smith was ready to move on. Colson's decision to step away from Coronation Street wasn't made overnight. In recent interviews, the actor shared that he was informed about Craig's impending exit in late 2023. While it was initially a surprise, he admitted it ultimately made sense. Several characters closely tied to Craig, including Bethany, Faye Windass, and his on-screen mum Beth Tinker, had exited the show in recent years, leaving Craig somewhat adrift in the ongoing storylines. "I wasn't shocked when I got the call," Smith explained. "With so many of Craig's relationships written out, I figured it was only a matter of time before he was next." Yet, rather than being disappointed, Smith embraced the chance to give Craig a meaningful send-off. He worked closely with the show's writers and producers to craft a compelling and emotionally resonant exit. What followed was a gripping, week-long narrative arc that explored corruption, loyalty, and tragedy, ultimately leading to Craig's untimely demise. "I always said if I was going to leave, I'd rather go out in a dramatic way," Smith said. "And I think we achieved that. There's real power in finality, and I made it clear I wouldn't be coming back for flashbacks or ghost scenes. The day I leave will be the day that I leave." The murder of Craig Tinker. Fans were introduced to Mick Michaelis earlier this year as a complex and dangerous figure with a vendetta. As the storyline unfolded, Craig became increasingly entangled in Mick's criminal operations, attempting to expose his wrongdoings while maintaining his oath as a police officer. The tension came to a head when Craig confronted Mick, only to be fatally stabbed in a shocking turn of events. Joe Layton, who portrayed Mick, spoke about his experience joining the show and working with Colson. "On my first day, I arrived in the green room and met Colson Smith," Layton recalled. "He looked at me and said, 'I think you're gonna kill me.' And I replied, 'I think I might.' We laughed, but sure enough, that's exactly what happened." Despite playing his killer on-screen, Layton praised Smith's professionalism and generosity during filming, describing him as one of the kindest people he's met in the industry. Craig Tinker's legacy on Coronation Street. Introduced in 2011 as a shy, chubby teenager with a heart of gold, Craig Tinker quickly grew into a fan-favorite character. His journey over the years, from struggling with OCD, navigating young love, to becoming a police officer, offered some of Coronation Street's most heartfelt and socially resonant moments. Craig was known for his unwavering sense of justice, awkward charm, and deep love for his friends and family. His relationship with Faye Windass was especially beloved by viewers, with their ups and downs often mirroring the complexities of young love. When Faye left Weatherfield, Craig's heartbreak was palpable, and his character remained quietly adrift until his tragic final arc. "Craig's character always wore his heart on his sleeve," said Ian McLeod, the show's executive producer. "He was loyal to the end. That's what made his death so powerful. It was the loss of someone truly good, someone who tried to do the right thing even when the world around him turned dark." Colson Smith's next chapter. Though his time on the cobbles has come to a close, Colson Smith's career is far from over. Having grown up in the public eye, Joining the show as a teenager and growing into adulthood in front of millions, Smith is ready to explore new horizons, both in broadcasting and beyond. His upcoming role with BBC Radio Leeds will see him take on presenting duties during the summer, and fans are eager to see him in a more relaxed, unscripted setting. Smith, known for his wit and relatability, is expected to bring a fresh voice to the airwaves. In addition, there are rumors that Smith has been in talks for a theater project and a possible documentary series that would explore his personal journey, including his well-publicized weight loss transformation, fitness journey, and life after soaps. Farewells and future departures. The soap world is no stranger to change, and Craig Tinker's departure is only one of several dramatic exits in store for Coronation Street. This week, Daniel Brocklebank, who plays Billy Mayhew, confirmed he too will be leaving the show in 2026. While details remain under wraps, insiders hint at a powerful storyline involving love, loss, and spiritual reckoning for the vicar who has faced more than his fair share of heartache. "We've got something special planned for Billy," teased one producer. "Daniel is such a gifted actor, and we want to honor his time on the show with a storyline that truly does justice to his character." A fond farewell from fans. The reaction to Craig Tinker's death has been overwhelmingly emotional. Social media has been filled with tribute videos, artwork, and heartfelt posts from fans thanking Colson Smith for bringing such warmth and depth to the role. The hashtag Goodbye Craig trended across the UK, with fans praising both the writing and Smith's final performance. One fan wrote, "Craig was the heart of Corrie. He never had to be the loudest or the flashiest. He was just kind, and in a world like this, that meant everything." Another shared, "Colson Smith grew up with us. Watching him on screen for over a decade made us feel like we knew him. His goodbye was painful, but perfect. The end of an era." With Craig Tinker's final scenes aired, a chapter of Coronation Street history has closed. Colson Smith's departure reminds viewers of the evolving nature of long-running dramas and the real-life journeys of the actors behind beloved characters. Smith's contributions over the years helped shape the heart of Weatherfield, and though he's left the street, his impact will linger for years to come.